Hello, everyone. My name is Saurabh Nanda. I'm the founder and CEO of SN Mentoring and the co-founder of the CMTP certification. Welcome to our new, YouTube channel. And today we're going to discuss a very important topic. It is a topic which is very close to my heart, actually. It's called cognitive giftedness and how to identify it. First of all, we need to understand what is giftedness. Cognitively gifted students are those students who are able to absorb concepts about science, math, or any other academic discipline very quickly, and they're able to ask very divergent questions, very different questions about them, and are able to solve problems which many other scientists have not been able to do so. Well, if you got my drift, then you would have understood that I'm talking about Ramanujans. Ramanujan is a very famous math genius from India, but after the 1920s, we didn't really have any more Ramanujans, right? Why is that? Well, Ramanujan was identified. Ramanujan had the access of writing letters to professors in the UK, and Professor Hardy recognized his talent and then invited him over to the UK, where he actually did more research and came up with all the wonderful work that he did. His life was short lived, of course, but then he was able to make his mark. He was able to contribute to the world of mathematics like he was supposed to. Around 3.5% of the population is gifted, cognitively gifted. Let me try and explain this better. So, Professor Jyoti Sharma from Cluster Innovation Center, Delhi University, she talks about it in her TED talk also, and multiple other talks that he has done. Suppose you are in class one, first grade, and the teacher asks a question, what is the color of an apple? Now, most of you would answer the color is red, green, golden, orange, maybe pink, right? A divergent thinking student, a cognitively gifted student might ask questions like, or might answer that question this way: the color of apple is white. He or she might say white. And why is that? Because no matter what the color of the outer peel or the skin of the apple is, from inside it's always white. That is called divergent thinking. Now, if a teacher is trained to identify this divergent thinking, then that teacher will actually, ask some more complex questions to the child and understand that this child is different. And this student will then be identified, recognized, taken to a special school where other cognitively gifted students are also being taught, and then they can reach higher levels of academic understanding and discipline. However, you need to understand that their personalities still develop at the same rate as other students. But when the teacher is not trained for this, what happens? We don't recognize cognitive giftedness in India because the stats themselves tell us that we've not been able to recognize those students. Now, these students, they think in a very different way. When they think differently, they stand out in a class. Others make fun of them. Others think that they are the problem. Teachers also do not support them. So most of these cognitively gifted students, they do not get identified. They lose confidence. They lose self-esteem. They're not interested in academics. They are not able to make very good friends because they are mentally not stimulated. And pretty soon they stop thinking in that way also. And they start doing their own projects which nobody knows about. They hardly share things and so on. Now, at our practice at SN Mentoring, we use a personality aptitude and interest inventory developed by Dr. Itishi Mishra, India's preeminent psychometrician, who is my co-founder for the CMTP certification as well. Using that API assessment, we assess 10 different aptitudes, 28 personality types, traits, and 14 personality types, and give some 250 odd interest options for the students to choose from when it comes to their career pathway interest areas. What we have noticed is if a student has high abstract aptitude, and usually these students, they have multiple high aptitudes. If a student has high abstract aptitude, and if the student has an innovative personality type, there are high chances that the student might be cognitively gifted. The moment we see that in a report, what we do is we start asking questions about cognitive giftedness. We start asking questions. So when you were younger, what were the questions that you asked which got you in trouble with the teacher, or which got you thrown out of the class, or where people started making fun of you and they discouraged you from asking further questions? So when we do that with a lot of students who come to us for counseling, we realize that they start asking questions when they're in third, fourth, fifth grade. They start asking questions like, "Why do we have nails? What will happen if gravity suddenly stops? What is outside the known universe?" These are the questions that they are asking at that young age. They are cognitively gifted. If India is to develop, if India is to realize its true potential, we need to identify our gifted population. We need to train them differently. We need to support them. We need to help them develop the right personalities so that they can become risk taking, so that they can contribute to our scientific knowledge, so that they can solve some of the biggest problems that we're facing, and we have no solutions for them. One cognitively gifted student came to us from Raigad, Odisha. All aptitudes high. He failed in class 10 and 11. This is the education system that we're talking about. We need to change it. If you think you know somebody who's cognitively gifted, please feel free to approach us. We would love to have a conversation with you. I actually presented a paper on retrospectively identifying cognitive giftedness at the International Conference of Gifted Education organized by the Kaveri Gifted Child Research Center at the Kaveri College of Arts and Commerce in Pune. In March, again, I'm visiting that college and we are working on further collaborations, how to get it done. And most probably, hopefully, we will be publishing our paper in March itself. If you are an educator, if you are a gifted ambassador, let's talk. Let's make this process easier for all those parents and students and teachers who have dealt with cognitive giftedness. Thank you.